Okay, so I don't know what's up with that. Turned it off. I wonder why. But it says interesting. It says I'm up on a couple of them. Why did it delete everything? I wonder. It deleted everything. That is not cool. But it's okay. I'll mess with it later. All right, so let me go ahead and do this last little bit. And that. Come on now. HHTrader and save. All right, that's done. Everything except that one is working okay. What's wrong with it? Interesting. Well, why is it? Okay. Well, we'll just do it like this. So interesting, though. Got you. Okay. Whatever. Let's go ahead and do what we gotta do. That makes sense now. We'll jump over here to our scans. This is not what I want to jump to. Okay, so starting off with scans. So we know how the election went and everything like that. There was a big bullish movement yesterday in the afternoon towards the election time and all of the polls closing and everything. I ended up taking a trade yesterday morning very quickly. I jumped in and saw a setup on SOXL, but let me show you why I did it. So on NQ out here, this was yesterday. I saw this this structure building here, and this structure right here is like a big old wedge, right? And this was coming into the nighttime on this is 11:3, 11:4, and this is 11:5. So I saw at the nighttime it was making this structure and continued to bounce on these levels here. I was like, man, this thing looks bullish. And so coming into the open, I saw these three little hilltops. 1, 2, 3. And I was like, okay, this thing is trying to get through this level. So I jumped in right around this level of the 20,156 and got the ride up here to 20,200, whatever. And I ended up selling out right around here. Okay. And then we had a continuation where it was kind of waxing back and forth coming into the election time. And then at 7 o'clock, when the first polls started closing, we saw a huge rip. Now, this was after into after hours, I guess, while this thing was trading. So it blasted up here, came back down, blasted up, and I've been looking for another structure. So I've mapped out these 3 points that it hit down here as some type of a trend. It really hasn't come back and tested any of these. And then it had two big exaggerated tests back here. So I was like, okay, here's another structure building. So let's see how it does if it touches this structure, or does it want to go ahead and get down and go to this structure? I don't know. Today, though, I'm not really rushing in here because there's no clear structure. Like the one back here, this big old wedge was super clear. Test it, test it, test it, test it, fail, test it, fail. And the testing got quicker. So it was like test it, slow, test it. These are like one a day. Then all of a sudden we got 1, 2, 3 in the same session, and bang, we got that nice explosion up. But yeah, it was pretty nice movement there. Let's jump back over to the scans though. So today we have not too many big movers over $5. So we have DJT, which was the Donald Trump stock, 40 million shares traded just in the pre-market. That is insane. People just, I don't know if they're getting out, if they're getting in, I don't know what they're doing, but there's a lot of rotation of shares. P Fund is another Donald Trump sentiment stock that is up 18%. But like I said, none of these are really impressive moves. A lot of times we see, 50%, 100%, those bigger moves that really clue us into where the momentum will be. And then we have Tesla up 12%. So today is going to be a much more patient day. Even though the market is bullish, I'm looking to play bullish because majority of these market followers are looking green. The NQ up almost 2%, QQQs up 1%, SPY up 2%, and so a lot of bullish. So it's no reason for me to play a red stock on today like XOXS. If I'm going to trade anything, it'll be SOXL after a nice dip. So jumping back over here to the normal scans. The normal scans here. I don't know why this thing is acting like I can't. Let me reopen this. It is tripping. Anyway, but yeah, these are the structures that I'm looking at. I'm actually looking for it to break down one of these structures. And just really, or I mean, if it doesn't break down, it shows a lot of buying pressure at one of them. I'm like, okay, well, can it start making new highs back towards this flat top right here? It came up here and failed twice, but this was in the same session, so I don't know how valid that is. It was just a quick pop down and then got a body up there and crashed down. So we'll see. And this is the point of control right here that you see that red line. $20,665.71 is that point of control where the majority of the volume this session has been. And you can see the little blue background there, that volume candle where it's being measured. It's a lot bigger than the other ones around. So we'll see. what they want to do, if it wants to give us a move down or if it wants to continue higher. If it continues higher, I may not be jumping in on SOXL. I may find something else because XOXL, I really just do not like this setup right here. It looks like a big double top. Kind of came up here to 32.85, came down to 32, back up to 32.89, and I really feel like it's going to be coming back down, and or either just holding this range between this level and this level, just holding in here. And I don't know how I wanna play that. But yeah, we'll see about that. Good morning to everybody that is tuning in. Out of the open though, what do I want to watch? We got Nvidia going up. We got XOXL. And I guess this movement really did help my portfolio. Most of the things in my portfolio, my dividend portfolio, are up this morning quite a bit. So I'm like, great. Probably up a couple, maybe a couple $100 or something. But we'll see. I want to focus on the day trading for now though. If there's going to be a day trade. If there's not, oh well, I got my money. And this is what happened last week. I missed the opportunity on the day that the opportunity was there. And then the next day I got greedy and went in super heavy, and it was like, oh, I'm getting cooked. So today I'm like, okay, instead of, see, I got the opportunity, didn't miss it. And so I'm not really in a greedy mood. I'm just like, okay, I got into the cookie jar and I'm feeling okay. All right, Nvidia. But Nvidia, I mean not Nvidia, the Nasdaq is coming on down. If it starts trading below this point of control, I want to see it drag it down, drag that point of control down, and then retake it. That's what I love to see, for it to kind of move the meter, and we know if it moves down, it's going to move into a new level of liquidity. If the majority of the shares were traded here, let's say if people are short or people are long here, if it moves down, people have to stop out, at least some of them, right? And so I want to see some type of trap being built in one direction or another. But yeah, that's one thing I just really haven't been doing, is just taking real note of these structures that are being built, especially on the larger. I don't really care about small caps and things like that. Their structures change all the time. Their structures are like broken bones. But the larger things like the NQ, the QQQs, and things like that, I'm like, yeah, that could help. That definitely could help. But yeah, first trade of the month, nice and green. Looking for others. And the other thing I want to cut out is trading those red day stocks. I want to get 100 trades, no red stocks. Like, a lot of times it's so hopeful. You're like, man, this thing's dumping, dumping, dumping. But if I catch a bottom, this thing just reverses. Oh, that'll be beautiful. Yeah, I'm out of that mindset. I'm like, look, I want to trade things that's going up. I got cooked on too many things that I was like, man, this thing has all of the reason to reverse. And then the next day, guess what? It reverses the next day. And so I'm like, okay, I got the idea, but the setup just isn't there, is what I'm concluding. The idea on the catalyst and on what the market is showing me is good, but the setup isn't there. And so those patient professional traders that trade the next day get blessed, while I'm looking like, no. Or even if I do get the move, I'm making up for the loss that I took the previous day on taking the red trade. So let's say if I lose $200 and then I make $200 on the next day that I was supposed to be trading it, I'm just at break even on the week. Now we are under the point of control, 20,660. We got our first structure here. Will it validate this structure and bounce a little bit and kind of hold? Or will it go ahead and break down? And even if it breaks down, the SPY is still going to be plenty green, I think. I think it has room all the way down here and it'll still be green. So we'll see. We shall see. Let me know if you guys are seeing anything else on your scans that I may be missing. Maybe it's below $5 and it's getting a whole bunch of volume or something like that. Definitely drop that and we will check it out. But for now, just a little rebound around that point of control, but it hasn't moved yet. I need some decisions to be made. And plus, this is a lot of volume. So just in this area alone, 34,000 shares traded. And below that, 27, 21. And so there's a lot of liquidity down here if it wants to come and test these levels. And liquidity kind of eases up around the 20,500, 5,000. And then the next big level is down here at 13,230. That's at around 20,000, right where this ATR high is, basically. Russell shares. Okay. Let's jump over here to some of these ones that are showing nice and green. So the iShares Russell 2000 ETF is green 5%. And let's go ahead and check out what that actually entails. There isn't any kind of special news that I've seen on today. We got a commercial paper and selected interest rates, and that's about it. But tomorrow, we have an FOMC meeting, 2-day meeting. So it starts today and then tomorrow with the press conference. So I guess that could be happening sometime in maybe the afternoon or something like that. And then on Friday, we have the conversation on banking topics by Michelle W. Bowman, governor. This is it. Michael, Michelle. I don't know. Whatever. Bowman. At the University of University of Mississippi School of Business, Banking, and Finance Symposium, Oxford, Mississippi. That's here in the state. We'll see what they're talking about. And then we got a holiday on Monday, Veterans Day. The daily and weekly statistical releases scheduled for today will be released on Tuesday. All right. So we will see what that wants to do. Let's jump over here to Yahoo. Stock futures soar as Trump restates the White House or retakes the White House. Big question, how much will MAGA 2.0 cost? Green energy stocks sink as Trump wins the US election. The big question, Tesla shares pop as Musk gamble pays off. What's next for Trump's campaign promises? Supermicro stock sinks. Me and Mike D were talking about Supermicro yesterday. I mean, it's just plummeting. It's just plummeting. It was up on the Nvidia and the microchip movement, but I just don't think their earnings are keeping up with everybody else's earnings. But they're like what, $20 now? They were up at like 100, 200 bucks, 300, 400 bucks. And that's why I don't like buying high, because you can get burned like that. You can get burned bad. And then they post this news 2 hours ago. DJ stock rockets higher as Trump seals victory. But this is late news. The people that were gonna make money on DJT have made their money. So I don't know how long it's gonna actually hold up. He's already run the election, so it's like, I mean, the hopes and aspirations for the app itself, is it really this expensive? Is it really worth 40 something dollars, right? Is the question. And there has been 42 million shares traded. So I'm wondering, are these shares traded going to the short side or are they going to the long side? Donnell says morning small cap scan is lame. DATS no peaks. Ooh, 103% though. DATS. And then nothing to see here says short DJT if you can get a locate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. DJT, the whole reasoning for it going up has dissolved. And so I'm like, is the app as good? I haven't even used the app. So I don't even know, what kind of anything about it, mechanisms or whatnot. So I'm thinking the dream of this stock hitting, 100% or 100 bucks or whatever, it could have happened if people got more hype about it, but it moved from 13 to 50 something, or wait, 13 to 57 at the high. So I mean, there was a lot of money made there. And also, I saw, the other week, I saw this descension from the 57 down here to 30. And I was like, somebody looks to be taking profit. And let's say if they did take profit and they re-entered as it started breaking new highs, I mean, this was a pretty fast drop right here. Can it be even faster on another try down through 30? That's what I'm looking at. I'm kind of bearish on DJT. P Fund is one of the other ones that we talked about, and this one always goes back down. It just pops and drops. So I'm not even worried about P Fund. It'll be back to $2 in a little bit. Let me see. So Donnell says DATS is Trump's sympathy ticker. Okay, it's a sympathy ticker too. So let's jump over there. We got about 7 minutes to the bell. DATS came up here to 547, came back down to $2.35, and then back up. So a lot of swishing around here, but we can look on the monthly chart and see in a month how it does. So it is a ripper and dropper. It looks like popped up here to 852, back down to 5, popped up here to 646, back down to 450, pop and drop, pop and drop, pop and drop. So this one definitely has the chemical makeup of popping and dropping. Let's see what else here. SMCI was the one I was talking about, the one that's been dropping. I mean, this thing dropped from 50 all the way to 22. Any longs that had this thing in pocket got killed. Let me see what else you got. Okay, yeah. So definitely some interesting sentimental stocks, but I think DJT was the biggest sentiment stock, and everything else is just gonna follow it. If it starts dropping, I would think P Fund and all these other ones are gonna drown in the water as well. DJT right now is trading right at that point of control that it's had for the period, the pre-market period. The old point of control is down here at 39.14. So we'll see if it can dive down towards that 39, get under the 40s. But it is showing a little bit of pump up. I don't even know what where these came from. This point of control that I got on the map there, but I guess it was up around 50, and I had just put it in there. But right now it's kind of holding around those. I don't know if they're even significant. I really don't care. But yeah, just looking at the market, and the market is turning around now as well. So let's go over to NQ. And so it did not get back down to the structure, did not test the structure right here on the, I guess it would be 2600, but it is still under this overall structure, this overall trend. Now, I say this is the overall trend, but if we look on the monthly chart, we know this thing is crazy bullish. So, you know, this may be a downtrend, but it is a downtrend inside of a super uptrend. If we go over here to the market monthly chart, these are the lines that I have drawn, but you can see how bullish the market really is, and especially after the election. I mean, we really don't know what this thing wants to do. It has a high up here of 20,983. Now, for me, I'm looking to go long, but I want to wait until a structure is built for it to exit this. If it wants to go up to 21,000 or whatever, right? And so that's what I'm kind of waiting on. All right, let's jump back over here. And we have about 3 minutes to the bell. What's going on? Okay. All right. So yeah, just has not confirmed structure down here. So I'm not sure which way it wants to go. But trading above that point of control again. I don't know. It may shoot. It may shoot. If I was going to trade it, I'm definitely going to be trading it with SOXL. SOXL, I was thinking was going to stay within this range here between 32 and 33 bucks. Just kind of range out here. And we'll see if that actually comes to pass. It is still under its point of control. But as the NQ keeps playing around, it looks like it wants to exit. But we'll see here on the open 3 minutes or less than 3 minutes. Tapping it again. It came up here and failed once at that point of control. And the ATRs will be calculated here shortly. Bumping up through that 33. Will it snap back? Snap back. Come on. Come on, the NQ snapping back. You need to snap back too. Oh yeah, the NQ is actually picking up momentum as it's snapping back. So we'll see if that wants to make a move downward. This one should snap back pretty hard. Because when the NQ is moving, this one can be a little bit behind it. But when it does move in that direction, it usually moves strongly. So expecting a wick out here and back under. DJT into indecision. Tesla coming up as well. But if the market's going down, Tesla's sure to follow. Maybe not right on it, but definitely behind it. Let's look at the NQ. It's snap, and this was the snapping back that I was talking about. Come on now, get me out there. Snapping back, came up here and finding a little bit more selling pressure there. We got about 41 seconds. I guess I'll stick right here. I think I'm gonna restart my system so I can get updated charts faster or updated scans faster. On the open, 25 seconds left, 24. The market's looking real snappy here. High up here of the 20,715 for that checkpoint. All right, there's the open. Oh my goodness, it just, okay, yeah, go red. You got red in you. All right, let me restart this so I can get accurate or updated scans real quick. Yeah, okay. But yeah, definitely I'm expecting today to be kind of a trap. Kind of a trap. Come on now. Go. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. 1 minute, so that means the scans are gonna be nice. Let's see what we got in here. All right, there we go. All right, let's see what has updated on the scans here. Come on in. There we go. All right, so we got FOXO up 120%, DATS up 79%, AREB up 26%. Foxo has 102 million shares traded. As you can see, these are the market followers, everything that is strong with the market. The inverse side is completely blank. So that's why I wouldn't even be trying to go with SOXS or try to go against the market right now. There's too much bullish action here. And that's why I'll be waiting for a dip entry on one of these than, trying to look for a fall. Um, Wait a minute. So yeah, but yeah, Foxo, let's start with that. That is up 120%. It's only 29 cents. Foxo has an ATR high of 30, or wait, ATR high of 31, ATR low of 23 down here. And things are the NQ is going up. So let's jump back over to the NQ. NQ is retesting this structural level here, trying to break out of it, and we'll see if it gets some strong, yeah. So right now, the SPY, and this is one measurement. I look at all three of these: the NQ, the QQQs, and the SPY. I want to see all three of these in agreement on a move. So if the NQ is going up, I want to see the QQQs and the SPY agreeing on that. Right now, the NQQ is looking like it wants to go up, and the SPY is looking like it wants to go down. The QQQs is looking like it wants to go up, but these three are not in agreement. Yesterday, when I took the trade that I took, all three of them were in agreement that they wanted to go up. And so I was like, oh, let's do it. But this time, we're missing one variable here. One variable that is the SPY. All right. Back over to the NQQs coming up to this flat top. And the SPY still not in agreement. There's a little bit of a breakout. Let's look at XOXL. This is the one that really follows this mover. Has the ATR high up here of 33.52, but like I said, the SPY would keep me out of this trade for real. I'm good. I think this one's going to pull back quite nicely back down into indecision around maybe the 33s and even get under the ATR lows here in a couple minutes. But yeah, let's continue to look at these low floats. So we have Foxo that is barely moving. It is trading within the cents. We have DATS up 81%, 325 going towards the ATR lows. ATR high was 390. ATR low is 308, which it is heading towards right now. Let's go look at AREB up 36%. That doesn't look appetizing at all. But yeah, let's go and check out some of these news catalysts as well. FOXO is the biggest mover right now. Foxo Technologies. It is the cheapest one as well. Okay, no news since October 15th. That's dead to me. DATS, DTS, which Donnell said was a Donald Trump sentiment stock as well. and I'm sure it doesn't. Let's see, 6 days ago, Dragon Interact, a subsidiary of that chat, to launch Trump Trivia, a new AI generated podcast for the ultimate political trivia experience. Okay. Areb, and I'm using NASDAQ.com for this. Looking at the press releases, I really don't look at the other news that's posted by like anybody with an opinion. Let me see. American Rebel Holdings is up. 1 day ago, American Rebel supports Metro Nashville Police Department's 30th annual toy parade in collaboration with Boswell Harley Davidson American Rebel Light Beer, featured at Nashville's Scoreboard Opry Bar and Grill After Party. Okay, so not the greatest news in the small cap world, but those are the gappers for today. Let's jump back over to the charts of the NQ. NQ going up right now, but I'm not trusting it. The SPY is looking real bearish, real bearish. So I'm looking for a pullback under these levels, basically back to the point of control here. All right, DJT. Tesla is one that was going up with the market here. Let's see, it has a high up here of 289s. ATR high, or the high that it's touched, is 289.99, but the ATR high is 287.94, and then the ATR low is 281.40. It has not broken out of the ATR level yet. QQQs and NQ are pushing up as the SPY is still very bearish looking. So I'm expecting some type of snapback here. SOXL, let's look over to you. Barely getting above that ATR high. Very weak for the NQ to be moving like it is. This thing, if all three of them were in alignment, this thing would just absolutely, it'd probably be up here to 35 by now. It would really be putting in some work. But yeah, people are unsure today on hump day. And the high here is 33.70 that it touched. So let's see if it can slam back into and under the ATR highs here. Little push out. Let's slam back under this ATR high, buddy. DJT going on down. Tesla. Okay, DATS looking like it's continuing down. Foxo, wow, Foxo broke out of the ATR highs, but no news on it. This would just be a momentum trade. You know, people that just use price action. We already see that it has wicks, so you got to be quick on this one. It is super cheap, 36 cents, up 167%, but you know, it's the best that we have on the day, which is scary. And then AREB not really moving as well. Okay, DJT finding a nice plummet point, plummeting down, and into a halt down, actually, halted down. Tesla still making its way up. But yeah, I'm not liking anything that I'm seeing right now. If the SPY can come in agreement with these other two, NQ and QQQ, maybe there'll be something, but it's kind of like wishful thinking at this point. Yeah, I think we're going to get a big slam down here. It's going to be pretty nasty. But this does, if we go back over here to the NQ, this does invalidate the previous level that I put up here. This level, this invalidates it. And this, I'll remove this drawing. This, whatever this high is, will be the new start point for the structure. This has not been invalidated yet, this part of the structure, at 20,500, whatever. And this hasn't been invalidated either down here. So we gotta wait and see what happens as the SPY continues to look like it just wants to take people out to the downside. Now tomorrow, I may be ready to look to trade SOXS, especially with this thing pumping up like this. If it gets high enough and it can come back down towards Earth, oh, SOX may be a beauty tomorrow. But right now, this thing is just too bullish to be trying to inverse on it. Can it snap back? Actually, this invalidates this point too. This little point, breach point. All of that's invalid. Remove all of this. I pretty much redraw the structures every single day. I look at what happened during the nighttime. The futures closed for like an hour after market, and then they open back up in the middle or after that hour. So they continue to trade, and that's where I'm kind of looking even at nighttime. Hey, where's the market going? So I kind of know what I need to be looking at. But yeah, I'm not sure about this SPY. This SPY is looking like it wants to dump. Everything else looks super bullish. And it hasn't even tested up to the ATR high yet of the 590s. Anyway, I haven't found anything that I'm looking to trade right now. If I'm going to trade anything, it would be XOXL on a dip and a verification of one of these two levels. I'm looking for some buying action off of these levels to hold up. But if it gets under this point of control today, it may just be a nice bearish move to the downside. So that may take a little bit of time as well. This is a pretty big run up as well. So this move was from 20,100 all the way up to 20,800. That's 700 points right there. So is it ready to relax? When will it consolidate? We don't know. We do not know. But for now, I'm just chilling. I need to get to my morning meeting. I just looked at the time because I'm about to be extra late. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're going to continue trading today, definitely keep your head on a swivel. DJT under $30 now, or $39 now. And it is still halted actually. I'll watch and kind of update y'all, but I'm not trying to trade that. I just kind of figured it was going to be bearish anyway. Tesla still kind of holding up those highs. I don't know what it wants to do, but it's kind of weak here on the first 15 minutes. Bank of America is up 8% with 18 million shares. Come on, Bank of America. Come on now. Okay, Bank of America doesn't want to come up. It refused me. SOXL, like I said, coming back below this ATR high. So let's look back. Let's make sure. It might just be an issue with the platform, whatever. I got to get to this meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, though. And as always, stay safe, risk averse, and all that good stuff. SPY, I knew the SPY was going down. So SPY is going down. NQ's pulling back. Maybe some dip opportunities later on in the day, but right now, not looking good as they are not in agreement. Anyway, thank you all. Have a great day. I'll be back on Friday morning. I only took one trade this month. It was green trade, one trade of the week, I guess. So we'll see what other opportunities come. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.